Dear Mr. Chancellor, dear Madam Minister, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to express gratitude to Mr. Chancellor for inviting me to attend Petersberg dialogue. It's a big honor for me to be with you today. As a host of COP29, Azerbaijan is in active phase of preparation for a global event. We had less than 1 year for preparation, so we are doing all our best in order to deliver good results. For us, being elected by unanimous decision as a host country for COP29, it's really a big honor. We consider it as a sign of respect of international community to Azerbaijan, to what we are doing, including in the area of green energy. And definitely it's a huge responsibility, because we not only need to organize good event, but also to deliver good results. And I think that Azerbaijan's international connections, active involvement in different international organizations will allow us to build bridges or to strengthen bridges, to strengthen solidarity between the countries of different continents. To say that, I mean that we've been for several years, actually for 4 years, the chair of Nonaligned Movement, the movement which unites 120 countries. We've been elected by unanimous decision, and our chairmanship was extended by unanimous decision for 1 year. So we have established during our chairmanship very fruitful relations with many members of the movement. Our chairmanship coincided with COVID-19. So we acted in a very responsible way and provided humanitarian, financial, technical assistance to more than 80 countries. So this international platform for us, I hope, will allow us to engage countries of Global South into the common agenda. At the same time, relations with many European countries also developed successfully. With 9 members of EU, Azerbaijan signed or adopted agreements and declarations on strategic partnership. So saying that, I hope that these international connections will allow us to strengthen solidarity. That's mainly what we need. We need finance, we need solidarity, and we need shared responsibility. Also, as a country which is rich in fossil fuels, Azerbaijan is a member of OPEC Plus platform, and I think there is also an additional advantage, because we think that the country is rich with natural resources, particularly with oil and gas, should be in the front row of those who address the issues of climate change. So these different layers, I think, will create a good spirit of solidarity and will allow us to reach our goals. As soon as we've been elected as a host country of COP, the main attention of some media outlets was on our energy portfolio, energy background, and I was always saying that having oil and gas deposits is not our fault. It's a gift of the God. We must be judged not by that. We must be judged by how we use these reserves for the development of the country, for reduction of poverty, unemployment, and what is our target with respect to green agenda. Our oil and gas will be needed for many more years, including European markets. In 2022, EU and Azerbaijan signed a declaration on strategic partnership in the field of energy, and our natural gas supplies to European Union is growing. That was a request of European Commission, and we positively responded to that. So now half of our natural gas export, particularly 12 billion cubic meters, is going to the market of European Union. And based on that declaration which I mentioned, by 2027, our export to EU should reach 20 billion cubic meters. And we all understand that in this geopolitical situation, this is a sign of responsibility of Azerbaijan, because we largely are investing in increasing our gas production, because Europe needs more gas from new sources. At the same time, our green agenda started to materialize prior to being awarded with COP29. We already started with our foreign partners, investors, huge projects of green transition. This year in Azerbaijan was declared the year of Green World Solidarity Year. And only this year, the groundbreaking ceremony, which will allow us to produce 1,300 megawatts of solar and wind energy, will be held. And by the end of 2027, we hope, and we are sure, because the contracts have been signed, to have 2,000 megawatts of green and solar energy operational. That will be 9 power stations. And by 2030, there will be additional 10 power stations of solar and wind, which will produce 5,000 megawatts, 5 gigawatts. So using this potential, we will largely substitute gas consumptions for producing of electricity, and that volumes, I think at least 5 additional billion cubic meters of gas will be exported to Europe. So it's actually a win-win situation. We have created a very good investment climate. All the projects which I mentioned with green energy are financed by foreign investors. Azerbaijan just provides its infrastructure and a very friendly investment climate. We will save a lot of natural gas which Europe needs. At the same time, we are working now at the final stage of feasibility study to build integrated transmission lines from Caspian offshore wind farms to Europe, including subsea cable under the Black Sea. That will allow Azerbaijani green energy at a volume of 4 gigawatts to be exported to Europe. Our proven reserves of offshore wind energy is 157 gigawatts. So it's an illustration of the potential. For many years, wind created certain discomfort for Baku inhabitants, but now wind will generate a lot of activity, cooperation, partnership, and will strengthen energy security. So my last point is that energy security should be treated definitely as a matter of national security of the countries. There should be no discrimination. As a head of the country which is rich with fossil fuels, of course, we will defend the right of these countries to continue investments and to continue production, because the world is needed. But at the same time, countries with fossil fuel, as I said already, should be among those who demonstrate solidarity with respect to issues related to climate change. Once again, Mr. Chancellor, Madam Minister, thank you for the invitation. It's a big honor and pleasure to be among you. Wish you successful discussions. Thank you.